Hi everyone, welcome to your week. My name is Patricia and I'm here to bring you your weekly energies with this cool freaking filter because if anything, we need to have some fun right now because what an intense energy with this full moon in Aquarius. Welcome. Thank you for joining. I am ready to start you guys up. Let me set up my phone. This was very impromptu. But yeah, we need to power. We need to see what's going on with these energies because definitely very intense energy with the second full moon in Aquarius for this Leo season. Now we're welcoming Virgo season, which is really a time to get things done. I feel like Virgo is like, let's pay attention to the details. Let's put all your ducks in a row. Let's, get really productive. Okay. But what I feel this week with the shift is that it's been sort of heavy coming in to the week. Yesterday was a really strange day for everyone. It was very much surprising things happening, things out of the blue, things that are out of our control, and us having to go through it and kind of like, surrender to the fact that there's nothing else we could have done about it. Little accidents, little just mishaps, blocks, arriving late, lots of traffic. I don't know. It's just a lot of different things and just a very heavy emotion of feeling blue and maybe even, like guilty, sad, shameful. I don't know. It's just very, very strange. But anyway, I welcome you in. This is the reading that I do every week just to check on what is going on for the collective. Okay, this is the energy reading. Okay, this is a reading for everyone. It's not for one specific sign. Okay, so let's see what comes up in the themes. I like to pick from these cards, this Inner Gaia cards. And I want to give a shout out to my Virgo friend who created these. Okay, she just had a birthday yesterday. Happy birthday to Keisha. I'm going to tag her below. She's such a beautiful soul. She had a birthday and she was looking fabulous and fierce. So let's see what the themes are for this week. And let's see what is coming up for everyone. Okay, so we have the card of crystal spirits coming through first, which talks about spiritual protection. Okay, this is everything that has to do with sort of like healing energy blocks in our bodies, chakra healing, moving our bodies so that our mental, mind, body, soul connection can be in a good place. It's just things that we do to create that healthy sort of balance, mind, body, spirit. Okay, but when it comes in this way with this card, it's not only about things that we do, it's also about protection from God, from the universe, from our angels. Okay, and how important it is to keep cultivating that relationship that we have to that divinity. Okay. Now we also get the card of boundaries. Okay, so interesting here how the energy is very much about protection. Okay, it's very much about sort of like guarding, protecting. But with boundaries, I feel like it has to do a lot with our closest relationships, and not only our closest relationships, our relationships, period. Friendships, work relationships, all of them. creating those, those boundaries, those healthy lines in the sand, communicating in an effective way so that we can be understood, okay? That assertiveness, that's the word that I was looking for. And then we have the card of Bath, which is also another card about clearing our energy, okay? And how, anything that we do with intention to purge and to detoxify is so important. Like getting rid of negativity in our inner dialogue, and also negativity around us. This could be about cleaning, our house, as simple as that, just to help the energy kind of flow through, right? So it says salt baths, ocean healing, going to the ocean and going into the water, or meditating near the water or the ocean is also the message in this card. It's about really taking, that time to disconnect, but to really reconnect within, and anything that you've been going through that's sort of heavy, that's hard, that feels challenging, or any sort of thing that is making you feel that you're not at a good place, a good mental balance, or a good emotional state. It's like bring it near the water, bring it to the ocean, bring it to that place where you can just let it go, just purge it out, and just allow that energy to move through you, okay? It's not about not seeing it and not wanting to deal with it. It's about looking at it and kind of seeing why it's coming up for you, and praying about it, meditating on it, and then just allowing it to flow through you, not to stay stagnant, okay? Now let's shuffle a little bit here. Who votes for me keeping the filter? Because if not, I can change it. But I needed to do something just visually fun, because just feeling like the energy has been really, really rough, Okay, so we have the Nine of Pentacles coming through, Death card in the reverse. Okay, so this message is very interesting, because when the Death card comes in the reverse, it's almost like we're not wanting to accept the changes that are happening in our lives, okay? And the Death card is a card of transition and transformation. It's saying that there's something definitely shifting, okay? And it could be that a chapter of our life is ending, okay? Because death is not something that happens lightly, okay? It's not lightly change. It's the change that happens that brings this sort of rebirth, or, rejuvenation, or a new, just like a new complete situation for you. And I know that a lot of people are feeling like there's a lot of this happening, a lot of new things going on in life right now. So a lot of new changes, and with the Nine of Pentacles, I feel like this is saying, you can do this on your own. Maybe these changes have to do with your sense of safety, home, finances, okay? You feeling good within yourself, and feeling safe, feeling secure, feeling like things are good, like you're in a good place physically, financially, and mentally, okay? But with the Death in reverse being the card that comes to kind of give us the following energy, it's saying that there's something here, physically, financially, safety wise, home wise, career wise, that is, or maybe something in your physical body that is not, like you're not accepting the change, or you're not welcoming this change, okay, this transition, okay. Now let me remind you, everything is temporary. Energy is always moving. We're not meant to stay the same, okay. The Star card. Okay, so the Star card is a card that says, you know, it's not all lost. Okay, there is hope here. So this is a card that wants you to keep the faith, to, you know, to keep wishing on that star, to keep that sense of hope. And it's so amazing to me. It makes me feel like these changes, or this shift that is happening for you, is leading you in the right path and in the right direction, okay? Because to me, the star is like a card of, you know, heavenly guidance, okay? So, and I love it too, that my bird, I call it my bird, that white bird comes out in this card. It came out, and, you know, I post cards in my story every single day, messages of hope and inspiration and affirmation for all of you. And today that bird was in that one card. Different artists, different decks, but to me that bird is a symbol of you're on the right path, you're on the right track. It's a symbol of hope for me. Okay, so this is definitely saying, you know, not all is lost. And if you're finding a challenge with this shift or this change in your life, in your sense of safety, career, home, work, your physical body, it's saying that there, you know, it's not all lost, and that you should keep faithful, keep the faith, keep hopeful, because there is some sort of energy here that's very healing. Okay, let's see what else comes through. Let's get 2 more cards, and we'll look at the bottom of the deck. All right, so 3 more cards, and then we'll look at the bottom of the deck. Okay, so here we go. Okay, we're in this together, okay? And it's amazing that the star card comes through. It's the card of Aquarius, and definitely that second full moon in Aquarius brought about a really big shift. It wants you to look at whatever was happening in the beginning of August when we had that first full moon in Aquarius. You should have been going probably through the same things that, you know, Spirit wants to bring up again, okay? The moon rules our emotions. It is the mother, so anything that has to do with themes about, you know, fertility, motherhood, womanhood, anything that is emotional, anything that is connected to very deep emotions, even traumas as well with the moon. Now with the second full moon in the last degrees of Aquarius, it's coming back to be observed. Okay, and you know, when full moons come along, it's a time for purging. Okay, because it's a lot of that energy of the moon. There we go. Sorry, it was paused. My connection paused. So I was saying that the moon highlights things that are in our subconscious, very deeply rooted emotions, and things that we might have been going through emotionally. Okay, so there is a sense that there's going to be clarity and truth coming through, okay, because we have the Ace of Swords, but look at how back and forth the energy is, okay? The Two of Swords, the Ace of Swords, and then the Two of Swords, which just means, yeah, there's a progression. There's clarity, there's an opportunity, there's an idea, there's an opening here for authenticity, for honesty. and definitely new ideas and clarity of thought and speech and all of that. But then the Two of Swords comes through and says, okay, this is not something that you're going to be able to really go through or handle intellectually or really rationalize. It's maybe bringing a choice to you, okay? Because the Two of Swords kind of puts you at this crossroads. And sometimes we get in the Two of Swords state of mind, let's put it that way, ourselves, because we choose to be blind to something or to turn the blind eye to something and ignore something. Okay, but here is telling you, you know, really close your eyes and make a decision from your heart. Don't try to rationalize, and trust that what you feel, what is coming through for you, and you know what is guiding you is trustworthy. Okay. So the last card that came through is the Ten of Cups. So I feel like everything has a silver lining. Okay. Best thing that God created, and my grandma used to say this like all the time. She used to say the best thing that God did was make one day after another. Okay. So we are meant to go through moments that are difficult, shifts, changes, but the most important part of all of it is to go through them with faith. Okay, with faith and fully trusting that, you know, that God is there supporting us and the universe is, you know, having our back through all of it. So the Ten of Cups is a card of the happy. Okay, this is the happy family, feeling emotionally sane, happy, like everything is, you know, going good. So I feel like there's a decision, or you might be at a place where you're finding yourself maybe stuck at a crossroads or at a stalemate when it comes to that which makes you truly happy. It could be your family. It's something definitely that is tied to your emotions because it's cups. Okay, so the Ten of Cups is about you know, our emotional life. Okay, so this is something that brings you a lot of satisfaction, and you know, I feel like you know what it is because the Ace of Swords is here bringing that clarity. And you have this card of boundaries, which is talking about communication and healthy relationships and being truthful and being assertive with each other so that we can create that, you know, that space that is safe for us to be able to express ourselves. Okay. So at the bottom of the deck, overall energy, is the Page of Swords. So when the Page of Swords comes through, it's, you know, it's like you could be curious about something. There could be something that you're wanting to find out more information about or learn about. Okay. In some cases, and since, you know, this was coming up about relationships and friendships and things, it could be like, you know, you want to kind of like look for more information about somebody that you care about, okay? Or you're urging somebody to communicate in a more profound way or learn more things about you. You could be getting to know somebody better. But for people that are in established relationships, this is a little bit different because it does have to do with communication, okay, and really not coming from a place of being defensive, because, you know, every time that I see the pages, I feel like communication could be a little bit raw or maybe a little bit childish. But to me, it could be, people are checking you out online. Somebody could be, wanting to know more about you or find out more about you. It could be that there is a little bit of distrust when it has to do with partnerships, okay? Because, some of you could be experiencing having maybe a partner that is good on their own, and it's they're good independently doing things on their own, and they have their own things that they do, and you kind of like live life together but maybe in separate ways, okay? And there could be a feeling here of imbalance in that sense. That's why it's so important here to create those healthy boundaries and communicate in a healthy way where you could be, on the same page, okay? And there doesn't have to be this seeking out or being curious or finding out, like, what are you doing, that kind of thing. All right, so let's see what else comes through in one of my oracles. We will choose here. Let's see. Okay, so we just had this full moon happen, so let's use Moonology and see what comes through for everyone to support this reading, and obviously the message that is coming through. Okay, so just so you know, and we're clear, cards are just a tool that I use. I don't need them, okay? I don't need cards, but I love using them. I feel like these have been created with love, with creativity, with so much passion, and I love to use them. I love the way that God works through my messages, and my guides bring me messages through with the cards as well, and without them too, okay? So the first card coming through is the Disseminating Moon, and this is a card about taking time to breathe out, which was exactly the first message that was coming through in the reading, about that spiritual protection and the chakra healing and the physical, mental, emotional healing. It's taking that time to say, you know what, like, this hasn't been a great day for me, and let me see how I can shift that. Let me take a breather, okay? Let me pull back, like, let me pause for a moment, okay? Aw. I love it. So take that time for yourself to breathe out, to make sure that you're telling your body you're okay. That is essentially breathing practices. Breathing in yoga is called prana. It's life. It's life force. So take that time, just like your iWatch or your iPhone may remind you to breathe. Take that time, and really remind yourself and pull back and know when it's that moment for you, okay? Just to kind of like come back to you. Tell your body it's okay, all is well, okay? Now, the other card that came out was Step Out of Your Comfort Zone. Interesting. The card of the North Node. And this is definitely this. Okay? Because this is a state of comfort. This is a state of being good. And this is what's coming through, the Death card in reverse coming through to remind you, we need to go through pressure. We need to go through challenges and stress sometimes so that we can evolve. It's how you handle those shifts. that is going to allow you to pull through. That's why the next card that you get is a card of faith. Keep having faith, keep praying, keep wishing, and just know that there's nothing lost. Okay, things are happening in a way that you're moving in a way that you're being guided to move, and these changes and these shifts and this transition is not to be resisted. Okay, so big lessons here in surrender and getting out of your comfort zone, so that you can grow. Okay, North Node has a lot to do with life purpose as well, and finding our way through this life. Okay, learning what it is that we're here for. So I hope that I am here for you in the way that my purpose has showed up in my life. I love you all. I hope that the reading served you, and if you need any support, extra, coaching, guidance, messages, anything, write to me. You can write to me directly. Keep it nice, be respectful, and I will get to your messages. And you can go to the links in my bio as well to book a reading or a session with me. You can see all the services that I offer. I love you all. Take care and have a wonderful week. Sending you fearless light and love. Take care.